Hello everybody, this will just be a quick tutorial on how to put your navigation bar on your websites. Probably most of you could make the navigation bar without too much trouble. The book did a good job explaining that. However, the book does not cover how to put the navigation bar into our websites, at least in an easy way. Now there's a couple ways to do it, but I'm just going to show you the copy code way, and I feel like that is the fastest way to do things. So the first thing you want to do is with your navigation bar, how you lay it out on here is exactly how it's going to look on your website. So you want to make sure that if you want them in a line like this, that they're this way on this screen. The other thing you can do to eliminate spacers, that's tended to be a problem, is you can shrink the canvas so you have very little space around your nav bar. So you can go up to modify canvas size, and realize that I probably don't need this higher than 60. And don't need this wider than maybe 650. So then I click OK, and then I can move these. I can see I needed a little bit wider, not too much, but a little bit. But then I am not going to end up with very many spacers, and that is going to be really helpful because that's been a big thorn with a lot of people is trying to get rid of the spacers so that everything looks right. We should not have that issue. We should be okay there. So get it how you want it. I would say just right. It's pretty close, not exact, but close. Then you want to go up to File and Export because you need code. You need the code that you're going to copy into your website. So I'm going to call it navbar, because that's what it is. And it's very important you put this into the same folder as your web pages, because the way it links to the images for your navigation bar, you want that to be solid. The other thing to make sure of too is that it's putting images in the subfolder. There's one last step you can do before you export if you want to take care of this before you put it on your website. You can do it there too, is your links. You can link it to your different pages here. Or you can do it on your website, but it might be easier to take care of here. So that's where you do that. It needs to have the name and the .html. Cannot forget that. So then once again, File, Export. Make sure it's in the same folder as your website. Make sure you're putting images into the subfolder. And then click Export. It says already exists because I already had one, but I'm going to go ahead and replace it. And it should just save and be done. So then you would go into Dreamweaver, and you would actually want to open up the navbar.html file. And you can see there's my navigation bar. If I were to preview it in a browser, you could check and see that yes, each of these works, and the ones I linked actually would go to the pages that I linked to. So that's nice. So how do we get this onto our pages? Well, let's say that I wanted to throw it right here. Okay, we can just copy the table, but then we lose all the code that does all the fun things for us. Rollover effects and all of that. So we need to copy three things actually. We need to copy, as you see in the code, the script up here. This is all in the head section. So you need to copy this and put it in the head section of your pages. And you'll need to do this for every single page that you use. However, if you use a common theme amongst your pages, such as a banner and then your nav bar, if you copy it to one page, then you can just copy the whole top section of your website down to that navigation bar table and then copy that over to the other pages. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this script, and then I'm going to go into the head section here, and this is where it'll go. So I already did this once. I'll delete it. But basically, this is where the script goes. So you'll paste that here. The next, and maybe the trickiest part, is in the body. You have this onload code, and that shows what images it needs to load when the website comes up. So this needs to go inside the body tag, but chances are you already have a color, so you do not want to use this. Plus, that's a deprecated tag. So I'll copy that. Find my background here, and then this is where it would go here. You would paste it in, right inside the tag like that. And then the last part we need is our table. So you would simply go in here, find the table. It'll be long, you'll copy it, and then you'll go where you want it, probably right below my banner. It's fine. And then I'll paste. And there it will be. You can do some other editing, but basically that's how you get the code in.